não acho que você está algum questão para essa próxima parte sabe, mas nunca subestime a capacidade de teatro. There was inside here, they never called me. But I know it's better than this, for sure. Nothing here. Nothing here. Oh yeah, and there'll be a police report, including the fact with the narcotics on Saturday, because if you smell narcotics, usually they're responsible for doing this on Saturday. Including the possible occasion where there were incidents. Now they might take the report now, but that's leave on them. Any police officer who is a good police officer will take notice of those things. So I really concerned about that. This is one thing should be needed. Yeah. This is awesome back. He wouldn't be here though, is the thing. It's impossible to be here for my needs. When I put it there, I did not put it inside, and at best it would have been in either this bag or the other bag is actually on top of the other. Because I took out the more other place. Maybe that's not happening here. So how easy it was to open it up. I tried that to go inside the mall and I couldn't flip it from sideways to vertical to save my life. It's impossible. And if this had happened on the Saturday itself, then well, it wouldn't have the phone would be missing now, right? Because I was using the phone yesterday. Here's the deal. It didn't happen on Saturday because they're not explaining it. They are extremely cowardly. All the crimes are well planned ahead and they are premeditated, which anyone who knows anything about law will know that that's an aggravating factor. Might not be called away depending on the crime, but it is. So the thing is, even though that they have a much easier chance of this on the Saturday, they probably didn't do them there because they're not planning. They're planning today, including this little get out of jail supposed to have now. Which they think serves as to say that I would just point out to anyone. Well, in practice, it is an actual deal. Okay, so as you saw, it's now in this bag. Then open up the other bag. And so this is not going to leave. Okay, but this is the first time in months that I witnessed something happen on that area. Okay, here. No, it's not bad. First time in 6 months. Here it's happening here in front, or here, or even that to the other side, and there's bonfires, but not that. Oh no, take that back. There was 3 incidents, I think. I remember. I was something very slim, particularly right after a rainy day when everything's wet. Now I don't see how wetness is a huge deal there. Maybe not so much, but they will actually think about 3 incidents. You can look up in the video because I think everything is properly documented. Just be advised whatever it was, you have been premeditated. Now I'm gonna check it to a inventory. Something else is missing. Charger here. So far, only the phone that the security guard decided to talk about in the mall and I was using yesterday at night at the time when they were playing irritation drugs and cold drugs on me and on us. One day after the massive narcotic release that happened on the Saturday night, that was already on YouTube, and same phone that I had for the longest time. So that phone disappeared last time I checked. As they were doing those things, and I was moving things out amongst the mess that the place was, before they sedated me as well. When I moved for this one instead, I didn't search that because the mix of irritation drugs, particularly my feet, so they were scratching them non-stop, and and the cold drugs all over me. But it doesn't matter. The only possible scenario, the phone doesn't grow up legs and walks away. The only possible scenario, doesn't even look like a phone, but it doesn't matter because it was inside the mask anyways. The only solo period plausible scenario is if we go there and research it, which, to be fair, we couldn't do properly because of the whole thing there, which again is happening once every 3 times over 6 months or something like that. You can see in the file, at least since the beginning of the year. Let's be more since the beginning of the year. Okay. And for all of that, as soon as that disappears, you're gonna go there and you're gonna search it. Even if it just takes me a day. I mean, that's what I'm pinning this down because it don't take the backseat, right? If it is that, it has been that the entire night, and you're gonna show that to you. If it had not, then there's also no chance for anyone to put it there after right now. Okay? So I normally say even if it takes the day, it's already benefit for them because they stole another day, particularly a day in the beginning of the week, so it kind of ruins the whole week for the thing. And it's that. But as I said, the things are definitely see. We're gonna reorganize that, and meanwhile we're going to explore this area or do that inside. Inside the bag is better. Inside organizing smaller things. First we're going to block the back, so we're gonna pick up the other side of this bag, put it behind me so nobody can see through the back, and we're gonna organize everything to the cars. But none of this is anyway. Again, the check is knows all details about this. And the average cop that wants to about this, but they are aware of what's happening and they see the response to that as well. Because as I said, much like the witnesses, their response matters relatively little. You see that response matters if you actually discover things. So okay. Oh, by the way, the first thing I also did once was pick up something on the phone and kept looking at it. I think you could see that in the video too, as I was filming me. Yeah. So to have an idea, so just to describe what happened the moment the phone disappeared, and I have to check if both the audio are working, and now all that visible crimes are there. I was watching videos on the phone, music videos, porn, stuff like that. And the phone doesn't connect to the internet, right? So I was watching what this phone was charging. And then the cat came in. All the cats came in because they stopped throwing, as I said, irritation drugs and other drugs in the air. And I had to pee. I desperately had to pee, and I put the phone down. And then I was trying to get up to deal with it. And there were the bottles out of place. The bottles, the Coca-Cola bottles that are placed in that to block the wind with the drugs that were coming in, was out of place. That's true. So, yeah, that's true. But not those I noticed later. There was no place that I could see the phone at the time. It was actually seeing how to train your dragon. but the phone wasn't there when I looked up anymore. Even now. So, as I said, whatever it is there, right? Plain and simple. There is no other possible scenario than being there because the phone is not living being. So, anyway, here, whatever that thing happens, even if they follow it tonight, we're gonna go there, we're gonna search it, we're gonna pick up the phone, and if any other further crime happens, we're gonna report the crime immediately, much like this is going to YouTube immediately. All the other individual videos that they interrupted are going to YouTube as well. We know for sure if it is in this bag, which is the only bag that was open there. The other bags over there are fully closed. They were inside in the back, and the other big bags were to the side, literally on the side over there, in front to the side of me, in the way, with the cover serving to protect against the rain. We did the best we could for a wind and rainy day, with criminals throwing drugs on me, massive amount of drugs on the Saturday at night, and with arrest. And again, not any drugs, talking about actual quite a class. There is a proper classification, I don't remember how the terminology is, but basically narcotics. Okay. As I said, I was feeling angry, I was feeling every single symptom that you would associate with a junkie. So, since the moment I arrived there, it was okay in the bus, you saw me talking there, so, again, the videos never stop, right? So the video that is online, the time you saw, and said there was no audio, which I checked now in YouTube, not even the one that I have, but I checked the one that was online, and its audio is perfectly normal there. So, that's a question for Tony, not a question for me. As far as the audio goes, no, one more thing, which is the baby. I still haven't seen, obviously, their mother. I thought I saw her running through that, but it could have been the other white cat. We have other cats here that don't interact with me as much. And for that to have something happen. And again, last time I saw this cat, we were cozying up with it, and it doesn't matter because if father is a threat, he'll never leave the baby there with me. So my idea was they did something and then they interacted with me, which made the cat associate us too, because cat probably doesn't understand what sedation means. But even that doesn't make much sense because, as I said, you wouldn't have left the baby there. So I don't know. I have another one thing to answer. That's for them, sure. Hello, is someone here? No one here. Baby's with a rock, so which is why I'm not leaving her by herself. I was in front there and he was sleeping well enough. Again, there were no other people, even the criminals there from the car that I read to you, which to be fair I also read to you, so it's not like it's a secret. There was nobody else. Okay, so we're gonna keep everything straight with that until we can move, until we get some answers. As I said, we strained down staffing, that's only happening today. The cat showing up, which again is not under my control, to the side, and that's just the baby as well, in a way, because we don't know where she is anymore, which is exactly the fear I had where I left her with you. But in no way this is gonna go that well. These noises are happening. So that much we know for sure. The place that I left her to search for home, because I had to, because too much time was passing, me losing the control of the area. For instance, imagine if that car showed up and I was still fussing here, I wouldn't have noticed who went where and did what, right? I wouldn't have got the plate either. So again, I had to, and taking her with me to search the way I was searching, that wouldn't be very productive, would it? So as I said, we're doing everything we can with the one person resource we have. Let them have just about everything at their disposition. And you get to see that every single day. Except for one thing, mostly because no matter what, well, normally don't come here because people want to become a problem, but the value is evident of it showing up here now when I'm searching for this exclusively and not any other time far away. There's the one thing that I brought up. I know it isn't here, but I know it isn't anywhere other than over there, and I just searched over there in the back. Searching here. No, okay. Oh, what's your point? Yeah, I thought I had it now. What is the baby? What's with you? So, I'm here. Now, we got another thing. And again, we have that on all the other. On the other times, none of those bags were used, even the one that was used. Inside, all those things were high up on top and down. So that is also not a possibility. Something that is a lot on top of the wind that blows everything away. So I was gonna block the cutscene there with the porch, but the cat was sitting on top of it. And then the rain started again. So essentially, I don't. That is about what I can, what any reasonable person could have done. When the phone went missing, as I said, I was in a position where I used to revert and having influence of something different, and completely get what any reasonable person would be capable of in such strange situations. Was. They're putting those things now. So just to have a simple perspective, they are putting the things right now. Because that's a big surprise, huh? What is that? Hey. Okay, now we can blend it. All those you're gonna find a use for later things. Check me out. We need things to use later, we need things to use now. Look at that, over there. Being the normal bag where it's supposed to be. Point this out, not like this on the mall. That is important to see. Not because it's necessary, but because that's the type of thing that they would do. Is that signature. Right. Not bad. Right. The bag. Definitely not fine. I'm gonna fold it and keep it out. That's my table. Got all the information now. Can you see my face? Perhaps especially Tanya, we will continue where we left off on the commentary concerning the question. It's that one, adding up a few of her friends into the accusation on this. Worry and perhaps not. In fact, someone so when I'm